What's up, everybody? Sean Hayes back to you, coming live. I know it's been a few weeks since we've done a market update. I've been with the Army doing some very low speed type of stuff over in South Carolina, but I'm back full time, hitting real estate. We're grinding. As always, I got my lovely wife in the background. Say what's up.
What's up, everybody?
Alright guys, so we're in 2020. Things are rolling fast. So 2020 is already starting to heat up, even though we're still only in the month of January. So just because I've been gone doesn't mean that I haven't been keeping an eye of what's going on in the market. So in the Athens area, I cover obviously Clarke County, Madison, Jackson, Barrow County, Oglethorpe, and of course Oconee County. Kind of the Athens metro area. Now, if you are interested in some counties outside of that, that doesn't mean that I don't work them. That's just kind of my base of where most of my people are. So if you're interested in maybe Gwinnett County or any of the other like more closer to Atlanta, just let me know. And I can always talk to you about real estate over there as well. These are just kind of my home base. All right, guys, so I only cover single family residential houses, detached. So in these numbers are not included with townhouses or condos or mobile homes or lots of land. Only covering single family detached. And the reason I really cover that is because that is a majority of what is in Athens area, right? There's a few townhouses and there's a few condos that, sell, but the majority, the meat and potatoes, are single family detached houses. And once again, if you are interested in stuff like that, always feel free to slide in my DM. That doesn't mean I don't work it. I'm really just trying to give you a broad overview of what the Athens area is looking like. Let's hop right into it, guys. All right, so like I said, I haven't been here in a while, so I figured I'd just cover the whole month of January because I've missed that. So we're covering January 1st, 2020 to today, January 26th. And we'll continue to pick up next week, just doing week by week. But I thought this is pretty exciting to see where we are at in 2020. All right, guys, so right now we have an active of 441 listings with an average list price of $429,000. Pretty exciting. Real estate prices are still continuing to go up. So something to think about if you're deciding to, if you're thinking about selling, it's looking like it's a really good time to sell. If you're thinking about buying, let's go ahead and get you pre-approved and start looking before the true spring market comes into full play. All right, we might be able to get you a better deal. Average days on market is 104. All right, so just under 4 months of being on the market. Just under 4 months of being on the market. Your closed transactions. So for this month, we already have 145 transactions. So you can see, really, the New Year's didn't really have a big impact on transactions. I'm sure it caused some lawyers a pain in the head, just switching up dates and stuff like that. Your average list price is $251,000, and these are on the closed transactions, with an average sales price of $247,000. So a big difference that you have there is roughly about $4,000. All right, so again, if you're thinking about selling, this is going to be an important number for you, right? Do you want to list right at market value? Do you want to list a little bit above? Or do you want to go for the strategy of listing it a little bit below and trying to work your way up? Either way, it really depends on who you are and what you want to do. Your average days on market was 56, which is still incredibly fast. If you're considering a loan is closing, roughly we estimate 30 to 45 days, right? And this is closing in 56 days. That means they're typically going under contract within the first 2 weeks. So that's good news. Your back on markets were 47, pretty high number. And this could be for a number of reasons. So back on market pretty much means if it went under contract and for some reason it fell through, right? It could be an inspection came back, buyer and seller couldn't come to terms of what should and shouldn't be done. Could be buyer financing fell through, right? Maybe that buyer decided last minute, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and max out 3 credit cards right now. Well, that changes your debt to income ratio quite a bit, and now you may no longer be approved to buy that house. So keep in mind, if you're thinking about buying the house and you already got pre-approved, lay low. Don't do anything crazy, all right? Don't max out credit cards, don't look at trucks, don't look at financing furniture. Lay low because they will check your credit again before you close. All right, it's a continuing process, so don't do anything crazy until you sign those papers. I've seen it happen too many times. Your average days on market for these back markets is 100, so you can see still just below your active. So we'd expect that these will probably go back under contract sometime soon. Your expired listings are 62. This could be for a number of reasons. It could have been under contract, fell out of contract, but either way, the seller and the realtor came to an agreement of how long the house would be listed. If the house didn't sell in that time frame, it would fall off, it would expire. So these could be coming back on market, or they could go another route, right? And your average days on market for your spot were 211. So you can see twice as long as average days on market. Could be a number of reasons, guys, right? So let's not get too caught in the weeds here. In your withdrawals, you had 23. So a lot of times you'll see that these are about to expire and they'll go ahead and withdraw them. Go ahead and redo the listing paperwork and put it back on market instead of letting it expire. And for that, your average days on market was 153 or 158, excuse me. You can still see, about a month longer than your average days on market for your active right now. So all good numbers to know, right? These are what's going on in January 2020 in the Athens area real estate world, right? All right, guys. So that's what's happening in the residential real estate side. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the money side, right? This is the fun side, right? We like finding the house and negotiating out the contracts, getting them closed. This is the question side, right? Hey, how do I finance the house? What is closing costs? A lot more questions on this side. Your 30-year conventional loan, on average, right? You're getting a 3.375%. Still blows my mind how low these rates are. If you consider the past 30 years, the average rate has been anywhere between 6 to 8%, and we are still hovering in the threes. Now, obviously, this depends on what kind of loan you're going to get, what your credit is, debt to income. There's a whole bunch of other things, but this is the average. By the way, shout out to Derek Conley with Ameris Bank who sends me these rates. 15-year, you're getting a 3%, which is, as you can see by all this, going to be your best loan. Now, typically, when we're talking about conventional loan, we're talking about 20% down loans. Now, there is 5%, 10%, 15% downs, but typically you're going to talk about a 20% down payment for a conventional loan. Your FHA, your VA, and your USDA, these are all government-backed loans, right? Your FHA is typically a 3.5% down payment, and your VA and USDA are typically 100% finance payments. Your 30-year average rate is a 3.125, incredibly low, especially if you compare that to this 15-year conventional. And your 15-year is a 3.375. So pretty competitive with your conventional right now. So when you are, talking to your realtor and you go to talk to whoever decided to get a loan from, ask them the difference. Weigh these options, okay? Be informed about your purchase. In your jumbo, this is typically anything over $429,000. Your 30 year is a 3.5%, and your 15-year is 3.25%. So these are your more higher end, bigger loans. So I hope all this is extremely helpful to you, and I can't say it enough. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call, text, email. I'm right here in Athens, so don't think anything about it. Like I said, my main goal is to try to educate you to be a better buyer, seller, or investor. All right, guys, I hope that stuff is incredibly helpful. All right, guys, so that's kind of what's going on. That's what's going on in the residential real estate world. This is what's going on in the mortgage world. Big news for the Hayes household. Now travel 4. Right? You guys want to see the dog? She's passed out right now, but I want to wake her up for you guys. Come on. This is Maya Hayes. Say hello. All right, guys. So again, I hope you find this stuff helpful. Let's everybody stay informed. Let's have a good week. Stay strong, stay hydrated, get some rest maybe today, and let's wake up tomorrow and get after it. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye. You get mad comments?